There we go. Okay, well, Rebecca, thank you so much. I'm thrilled to be able to take you on your journey about learning more about the world of NFTs. Now, just to set you up right, when I work with NFTs, I actually work mainly on the Tezos platform. And I'll explain to you what that means and why I chose that platform as we go along. And just a little bit about myself. I've been around for a long time in the digital world, and I was, early web 101. I'm also traditionally skilled artist, painter, but I've gone far into the digital world. I'm a writer. I love science fiction. I still do a lot of research for consulting clients, and I'm getting more and more into the strange world of the metaverse. So what to expect. So in this presentation, and Rebecca, stop me anytime, what I'm hoping to help you with, you're going to hear a lot of terminology. So I'll explain some of the terminology for NFTs. I'll also talk a little bit about artificial intelligence and virtual reality.
Okay.
We'll talk about the business of art because that's changed based on what has been happening in the world of NFTs. I'll explain what an NFT is. It's a non-fungible token. Also, the use of artificial intelligence to create art, virtual reality. I'll show you how you can showcase your art, your digital NFTs, so that other people can enjoy a gallery or museum experience. I'll talk a little bit about collaboration. There's a lot of that going on, setting up a wallet, and then there are a few little extra things in here.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That sounds good.
Okay, great. Oops, what did I do? Oh, what you're seeing is a piece that I did. So I belong to a group called Town, and Town actually put on an event called Glitch for Ukraine, and I donated a piece so that whoever bought the additions to my piece would go directly to the charities to help people in Ukraine. So, and what you're seeing here is kind of interesting. A little glitch artists are strange artists. They do strange, dark art, but that's okay. They're really good. They're good-hearted. They've helped out with a lot with the community, but what you're seeing is an example of a digital gallery. Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, good. I usually work from a framework, so I like to fuse together like natural elements, technological elements, and create these kaleidoscopic experiences in digital art. So I like to take people on this really fun journey. How I do it, I work with an AI. I work predominantly now with AI platforms such as Playform. I incorporate my own digital photos that I've taken, things like geometric shapes and symbols that I like to incorporate. And I also have been working with AI generated music. So I've been learning how to create my own music without being a musician. And these are some of the examples of work. So this is the physical. So I do both physical and digital. So this is physical art that is a kimono, and that has my digital art on it. And here's some other examples. And I could talk a little bit about this if you're interested in learning like what stores or shops or where I got the shapes. And it's a place up in Canada called Lee Gallerista. So they
Where?
allow
I'm
me.
sorry.
They're in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's called Lee Gallerista. So they allow me to upload my images and try them on their shapes. And if I like the shape and it works, then I sell it.
Okay.
What you're seeing here is what I call, this is wall art, and it's made from digital images that I created, and they're printed on metal pieces. But this is a very interesting piece in that it's called Tripendicular. This is the Orange Moth collection. This is the physical collection. And this is the digital NFT collection, and it's done quite well. So I'm really happy. I'm hoping to sell out one entire series, which would be really incredible. So I do other things. I write books. This book is really special to me because it is a completely AI generated book. All the artwork in it is AI generated, and it's a lot of fun. I wrote a poem back in the 80s, and then I had some artwork that I had done, like actual physical artwork paintings. I fed in these paintings to my Playform platform, which then reinterpreted them in a way that is magical and fun.
Okay.
So getting into this world, and I got to tell you, Rebecca, it's a really interesting world. It's like you have to have a lot of patience because a lot of the platforms are new platforms. And you mentioned that you're working with some, you're doing digital too. Are you using platforms like Photoshop and like the Adobe platforms to create or to work?
Yeah, I've used Adobe. I actually was a beta tester for Photoshop
Oh, me too. Way back in the
in
80s.
1989.
Yeah,
Yes.
89.
Yeah.
How funny.
So, and I've taught Adobe things for years. So, yeah, I do that, but I also use some other apps too that I like to play with.
Oh, good. So you understand, like, the iterations to apps. And way back in 1989, stuff was really buggy, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is the world we live in today, in the whole like NFT world, even in the metaverse, Web3. These are super new platforms, and some of them are, well, most of them are open source platforms. So
Okay.
there's bound to be breakdowns. I've experienced a lot of frustrations where at one point I was getting ready to put some work on a marketplace, and it was all set to go, and it was going to be in one of the events we were doing, and my wallet wouldn't connect, and it wouldn't connect for a week, and I'm like, what did I do wrong? And like setting up a wallet, I'll take you through that. It can be a little frustrating. So
Okay.
finally I was able to find some people on Discord that were helpful, and then find directly the creator of the wallet that was also helpful too. So in a couple of days later, my wallet was working again. But it wasn't just me, and I didn't know that. It was a lot of people that were having the same issue. So that's,
Okay. So, what is a wallet?
oh, I'm going to take you through
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That'll be
Okay.
fun. Okay, so here are some terms. So NFTs are non-fungible tokens, and what that means is they're unique, irreplaceable, and mostly digital items. And I put quotes around mostly because now we're starting to see like big brands like Nike that are selling tokens so that you can buy sneakers, and same things. I've seen some real estate being exchanged in this way too, which makes me a little bit nervous. Like, okay, $100 or $150 on sneakers, that's okay. That I could deal with that. But a couple of 100,000 on a place or a home through an NFT, I'm a little bit nervous about that. But an NFT actually, and to simplify it and demystify it, what it really is a contract. It's a contract that transforms your item or object into a token for the blockchain. And basically what it does is it describes, it categorizes, it itemizes, and indexes your item, your art for the blockchain. And usually what the contract is made up of is you need to understand or identify like what marketplace you want to be on, and we'll go through that. The title of the piece of art or the item that you want to sell, a description, keywords or tags that define or make it easier for other people to find your work, and also how do you want to license your work. And I put an asterisk. There's only one platform that I know of so far on the Tezos blockchain. It's called object.com, and we'll take a look at that. That allows you to designate a license. So even if you're NFTing your work, you're making non-fungible tokens, doesn't necessarily mean that your work is copyright protected. Okay.
Okay.
So why do you ever want to do an NFT? Well, in some cases, what's great is what you do is after you sell your piece of art to me, right? And I love your piece of art for a little while, but then I see there's an opportunity because you're getting really well known to sell your piece of art and mark it up, right? So I mark up your piece of art. But what you did in your contract is you designated that you will get like 15% of any resales on your piece of art into forever, right?
Okay.
So for instance, you sell it to me, I sell it to Joy, right? I sell it to Joy for a little bit more, right? And then you automatically get that 15, 20% or whatever you've designated as your royalty, right? So when you're in, doing things with a gallery, right? And I'm sure you have a lot of experience with this. The gallery will take a big chunk of, a piece of your cut on your art, right? And depending upon what, if you're a well-known artist, the ratio is a little bit different. But if you're not a well-known artist, they're going to take like 70% or maybe more of that cut on your art. And then you don't get anything after that. That's it. That's done. This is what I like about doing NFTs. So I had some stuff that was on secondary market and got sold, and I automatically got my cut on that, which I thought was great. So NFTs use blockchain technology. And what that does is it basically keeps a digital record of your ownership. Now, for us artists, there are 5 platforms, and there's the Ethereum platform, there's the Tezos platform, Polygon, Solana, and Cardano. And I'll go into this in more detail, I predominantly use, like 99% of the time, I use Tezos blockchain. So Ethereum is very popular, and I'm sure you've seen a lot about OpenSeas, and everybody's on OpenSeas and they're making tons of money. But what the consequence of that is the gas prices are very high, minting is expensive, and it's not really sustainable. For people like myself, I like Tezos because of the low carbon footprint. It means that developers and users like ourselves, or artists like ourselves, can actually do a lot more innovating and experimentation without worrying about the sustainability. So we mint at the lowest gas fees. I just minted a couple of pieces about a week ago for an auction that happened this past weekend. It cost me for both those pieces 50 cents a piece. Whereas if I were over on the Ethereum blockchain, it would have cost me a lot more. So your overall goal when you do an NFT is to get your work sold and get it resold on secondary.
Okay, can I take a screen capture of this?
Oh, I'm going to send this to you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So don't
Good.
worry, just sit back and relax, and
I'll forget all of that.
And also I'll send you the recording too.
Okay.
So let's talk a little bit about the business of art. And I apologize, I didn't get to update this. In the next couple of slides, I didn't get a chance to update, but you can see, like, in the year 2021, the total sales volume was surging to 12 billion. Like, that number to me is like, it's a mind-boggling number when you think about it. People are paying for these little JPEGs or zip files or videos, and the total volume is adding up to about 12 billion in sales. That's remarkable. So, and this is where I apologize. I didn't get a chance to update these, but You could see in comparison to April of 2021 and December of 2021, there's roughly, so in April, just for the first quarter there were 23.7 thousand NFTs sold. But in December alone, or over about 30 days, there were 30,000. That's a significant jump. Okay, so and this is a really good resource if you're interested in the business part of the art. I would go to cryptoart.io, and you'll have this in the presentation. So you can see the sales from January 2021 to January of 2020. And notice that the numbers on top. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm jumping ahead of myself. But you can see like there's, you know, over 3 million pieces of art being sold. Now, to that right there in that legend, it talks about all the other marketplaces that art is being sold. And you know, again, I don't use Known Origin, I don't use Maker's Place or Foundation, Super Rare or Nifty Gateway. I have used Hicket Nunk, but I don't anymore. I opted for a much more cleaner looking platform, and we'll go through that. So you can take a look and see, like here, I'm showing you like the most wealthiest of art being sold as NFT is by Pack. Second is Beeple. I'm sure you heard all about his everydays, the first 5,000 days collage. And these numbers are huge, but they're interesting artists, and I look and try to understand like what is it that's desirable about their art. Is there something in here that I find interesting that I might want to experiment with? And for myself, not really. I've seen some representations of Dietrich's art out there on the Tezos blockchain, but that is not interesting for me as an artist. Okay, you asked about the wallet. So if you like to, you know, get involved with the Tezos blockchain, the wallet that I recommend using is called Temple. And so what a wallet does, and what this particular wallet will do, is it's called a browser-based wallet. And a browser-based wallet means that it's connected to my Chrome. I use Chrome. And basically, when I use it, I just put my security password in there, and then I can open it up and connect it to whatever marketplace that I'm using. Like, and I use predominantly object.com. But setting up the wallet is fairly easy, right? So you basically will, you'll create it, go to Temple, I think it's temple.com. You'll create your new wallet. You'll put in a username and password. You'll accept the terms. The big thing is, and this is where you need to actually physically write this down, write down your seed. A seed is a phrase that is I want to say, like a super security way of protecting your wallet. And you need to write it down, put it in a safe. I have my seed phrase in literally a safe written down. And it's great because if anything happens to your wallet, if you don't remember your password or some other thing might happen to it, then you have your seed phrase, and you're always able to make sure that you can get access to it. The next step is, you know, connecting your wallet, making sure it's okay. Your password is easy to copy. And this just explains that if when you set up your wallet, if you like me to send you a piece of artwork so you could try it out, I will give you a piece of artwork. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So the next
So that's your wallet is how you buy and
transact.
sell things.
That's exactly how you buy and sell things. Exactly. Because it's not like it's like, for instance, what you're looking at here right now is the object.com marketplace, right? You can't like pull out your Amex card or whatever credit card and go in and buy art, because Amex doesn't recognize blockchain or, coins yet. It doesn't recognize any form of cryptocurrency yet. Hopefully sometime in the future it might, but I think that's going to be far into the future. So here's an example of how I'm connecting, so I could get access to my art, so I could start to mint something. So you see that little puzzle piece? That's where all your extensions will be on Chrome. And you could see right here is my Tezos wallet. And next thing I did, when I click on it, it opens up this and it asks me, do I want to connect? And it's really kind of great because it says, did you make a mistake? You could cancel your request. So that's kind of nice of, it just reminding you just in case. Oops, let's make sure I didn't skip a step. So I'm connecting. And now what I'm going to show you is how to create and mint a token on object.com. So here what I'm doing is I uploaded an MP4. So I like doing videos with AI music, and that's what this is a representation of. I upload a piece of cover art so that it can be seen on the marketplace. I give it a title, as we mentioned before, because that's part of the contract. So this is making the contract. I apply a description to what this piece of art is. And then on Object wants you to actually create collections so that it's easier to find, and that you can start building on these collections, which is kind of nice. So you select your collection, and see on the bottom there, it says license, and I'm sorry, this got cut off. You can apply a license to this. For in this particular case, I give no license. I have a license that gives no rights. So if anybody buys this MP4, they could look at it, listen to it, they could share it with anybody, but they can't use any of my artwork or my music for anything else. So sometimes, folks get into buying NFTs, and you'll see they add on to the NFT and do something else with it. In this case, I give no one rights to do that.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay. So a token, is that your artwork?
the token
Like
is
this
your
would be the
artwork.
same if I was uploading one of my pieces of artwork to Zazzle or something. A token
Exactly.
is
Yep.
creating that mug.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And I'm very familiar. I use Society 6 for my physical objects. So yes, this is just like that, except you're creating this token that is your artwork, right? So you upload it. I gave it a cover. I'm getting ready now to submit it. So again, you pay, and look at the gas fees. That actually gives you gas fees in TES. So it tells you that it's 0.001397 TES, which is 1 cent in US. And they charge you a little for storage, which is 0.0875 TES, which is only 27 cents. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. So I confirm it. And then the blockchain goes through. So the token goes through waiting for the blockchain to confirm.
Okay, so now that 0.67, whatever that was for storage, that's just a one-time fee.
Yeah, that's a one-time fee. And that's it. And it's 27 cents. Whereas if you're
So
on
it's
Ethereum,
not like 27 cents per meg or 27
nope,
cents per anything. It's a
that's
one-time 27-cent fee.
that's your storage fee. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your collectors may pay another fee, and it may be a little bit lower, like it may be 25 cents to pick that up, but because it's going to be stored then on their wallet. So, whereas, if you do this on another blockchain, such as Ethereum, and I'm sorry to slam Ethereum, they're really going to hate me, but it will cost you more. Okay. So, and I like using Tezos because the barrier to entry on a financial perspective is low. So, and I tell a lot of people that I take through this presentation that if you want to cut your teeth on something that's not going to cost you a lot of money, just so that you can, oh, there's a little bug in here, just so that you can learn how to use it, this is the blockchain. So it's confirmed, it's waiting for the blockchain confirmation. It goes through an indexing sequence. Now, this can take a while. So in this case, it could take like maybe, a minute or up to like 20 minutes or more. If it gets over that, it will give you a message and say, there might have been a problem with it. So then you might have to kind of back out of things, but that's part of the learning curve and frustration. I haven't seen a message like that in a long time, so I'm pretty happy about it. So then on the bottom here on the lower right hand side, it says the token was created successfully, which is awesome. And then the reason why you're seeing just the video interface is now it's getting ready and it will come to life. And let's see. And then you can see it. I'm not sure if this will activate, but we'll see.
Okay.
Oh, it's taking us to NFT Biker. How nice. Okay. This is something else that I want to show you too, but here we'll play a little bit. Hopefully it's not horribly loud. Here, I'll lower it. But so you can see it's just a fun little piece, and I'll show you in a second. It's like 33 seconds long.
Okay.
And it's just fun. But the interesting thing about, and this is object.com that you're looking at.
Okay.
Your actions are, so in case somebody wants to bid on this, they can actually, they have to bid higher than 3 TES. Right now, 3 TES is about, I think under like, let's see, 246, under $6 right now. So, and you could see that Sandy Toes bought one of my pieces, which is cool. And you'll always see, like, depending, like, I think there's a total of 3 pieces to this particular object. You'll always see like who buys your art right here. So you'll know, and sometimes you'll just see a wallet, which is okay too, because a lot of people like to remain anonymous as collectors. Okay.
So object is the gallery.
Yeah, object is actually the marketplace.
The marketplace.
This is where you, like, when you make your NFT, this is where you sell your NFTs.
Okay.
Like, or I mean, this is one of the places, and this is my preferred place, because I like the interface. It's very nice and clean. It's easy to use. It's self-explanatory. I'm going to show you something that's going to be a little bit scary, but this, can you see this? This is called Discord.
No, I don't see that.
Okay, what do you see?
I see the object
Okay.
page with your token on it, and on the right hand side it's got list, offer, blah blah blah.
Okay, so I'm going to share my Discord, and this is something that, you're probably like myself used to bulletin boards. Well, this is similar to a bulletin board.
Okay.
So Object actually has its own bulletin board. It's a community bulletin board. So if you get stuck, there are, people that will help you out with anything that you need. So you could like things like report things like copy minting. You could still your, artwork here. Announcements they have, events that are going on. Oh, here's one of the events that we did, which is cool. So they share, they'll do a lot of things like that, and I like it because it's more friendlier than other platforms that I've been on.
Okay.
So and the Discord is really active, so that's good. So let's see, I'm gonna go back and we'll go back to our presentation. Oops, here we go. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I have to explain a little bit about burning. So burning for me was probably one of the most scariest terms I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm like, what do you mean I have to burn? Like, no, everybody was like, no, don't get upset. Burning is a good thing. So say on this particular piece of artwork that you're looking at, say my editions were like 40 editions, right? And nothing sold. What I want to do is burn it down to like 3 editions, and then I'm sure somebody will sell it. So some collectors like to know that they have something special, and they have sort of this, you know, this magic number of how many editions an artist should have in there for each piece.
Okay,
So
so
this,
what does that addition mean? If you had 40, that means there's 40 of them available, or there's
yes,
40
yep,
iterations of the
no,
same thing,
no,
or
just like if you were doing let's see, I want to say make, if you were a printmaker, right? And you have it, one of 100 editions of the same print, right?
okay,
It's the same concept
okay,
here. So you can have a lot, and some artists, I have one piece that has 250 editions, and that's the piece that I give away to everybody. So I don't ask for any money on it. I just give it away.
okay. So now the number of editions, is that how many that have sold, or is that how many are available?
That's the total number of editions that are available. For
Okay,
instance, the piece that you're looking at here has only 3 editions.
okay,
One was sold, and 2 I still have available.
okay,
So, but for instance, if this had 100 and no one had bought anything, then I should probably burn it down to 1 to 3.
okay.
Okay, that's a good question. So, okay, so let's see. Um, so this is another really awesome. Oh, actually, we went back to NFT Biker. Let me get back to the presentation. Let's see. Here we go. All right. So, oh, here, this might give you a little bit better idea for Cosmic, and that's where that video is that I created. You could see there, like, there are 3 times. One piece has 6 times. And the stills all have 6 editions each.
Okay.
And the way I price things low, and I'm going to get yelled at. And according to the way the auction went this past weekend, when the 2 pieces that I put in the auction both were auctioned off and taken for much higher than I originally priced them for. So now I have to look at everything that I'm doing going into the future. So my next pieces of art have to reflect the auction highest bid price, which is a good thing for me.
Okay.
So, okay, so let's see. So another awesome tool that you'll really love, and I did show you a little bit, is called NFT Biker. NFT Biker lets you see your collection, who bought your collection, what royalties you're making on your collection. if any of your artwork was banned, let's see who your collectors are. Only the ones that actually have some kind of digital signature and not a wallet. Who your fans are. So those are collectors that are constantly collecting your work, which is great. And you could see everything here holistically. And the great thing is, so NFT Biker again is only for people on the Tezos or artists and collectors on the Tezos blockchain, which is great because NFT Biker allows 3 marketplaces or a couple of marketplaces, Tezos marketplaces, to be brought into here. So I do have one piece on Rarible that is a Tezos blockchain piece. I do have still a couple of pieces on TIA, but the majority of my work is on objects. So I did do my investigation and I did look at those other marketplaces, but I love object the most because it's so much cleaner, easier to use. There's a community that I could go to in case I need something. Oh, AI tools. So if you're interested, I'll give you a quick overview of Playform, which is a generative adversarial network. And you can see some of my work here in my studio. My flower collection has been the most richest part of the experience that I've had. And also the clouds, because I just used the clouds in my Sky Dreams book. So, so let's see if we could go there. I'm not sure. Can you see this?
I see the AI tool slide, like your slide.
Okay, I'm gonna stop and I'll bring up that. I don't know why that doesn't work. Oh, let's see. Sorry. It's been, oh, here we go. Okay, so I'll show you what hopefully I'll be able to get into my studio. Sometimes there's a little problem, but you could see they allowed me to create a project on their Polygon, in Polygon under their marketplace called ArtMine.
Okay.
And let's see if I can get in here. And this is the ArtMine project. And actually, this is my project in which you can, as a collector, can come in and you can mine up a piece of artwork that you like from my project. So mining means creating. So
creating, not buying.
Right, not buying. So I'm sorry, minting means creating. So
Okay.
I'm gonna just have it randomly pick one. And so it came up with number 617203338. And hopefully this works. We had a few little problems on the Polygon network in which this all kind of fell apart. But so it took all my flowers and it rendered this one unique piece. So
this is a rendering place. It does it through artificial intelligence, right?
Yes.
Or virtual reality. Okay.
Yep. It's taken all of my art, my flower images, and then it's allowing people to come in and then generate their own. And then if they really like it, then they'll mint it.
Okay, so, and mint it then means they will buy it?
Buy it, yeah.
Okay, so let me wrap my head around this. So you have like a bunch of flowers in there.
Yeah.
Now, did they pick the flower, or does this process pick its own flower?
The process takes all, let's see, there are 320 flower images.
Okay.
And so the AI goes, oh, let's randomly put together what number 600 and I'm sorry, 617203338 will mean, right? So then it takes all the information from all those flowers and creates one flower, right?
Oh,
And when somebody buys this one flower, that's it. That you will never see this flower again. It's stricken, it can't be minted again. That's it. You have like the one and only piece.
okay, so that's it. And
Yep,
so I have control over what I get. If
yep,
I like it, I can buy this. If not, I can just generate another one
yep.
until it gets there. But
Until
every time it generates, can you lose that image? So
yep,
that
yep,
one's gone.
that one's gone. Yep.
Will you ever see it as the owner of the flowers? No.
No, here's a
This
new one.
that one's cool. That looks like wings.
I know it does. It's quite lovely. It's getting so much better as it goes along too. So again, if somebody like this, they will mint it. But this is not the Tezos platform. This is actually Polygon. So Polygon is another blockchain. It is inexpensive, but I didn't realize at the time when my project came up, they told me we were using Ethereum. So I priced what I thought was conservatively for Ethereum. And then they're like, well, we're on Polygon. And I'm like, oh, that's great. But then they didn't change my pricing so that it would reflect Polygon. So
Okay.
anyways, but I want to show
So,
you something else. If this is what you're
okay.
excited about.
I really want to wrap my head around that.
Okay.
So you can't, you have no control over it. You just uploaded the images.
Yep, I uploaded the images, but I do on the studio have control. So I could show you that on my studio. Let's go back here. Oh, sorry. Let's go back here. And I'm gonna go back to ArtMine. Back. Oops, I'm gonna log in and okay. So I do have a little more control here. Oh, just ignore that. They have my card. I paid up front. And I could see certain things that are happening. Like here it's learning about the colors that I like
Okay.
and understanding the shapes and patterns of all the flowers.
Okay.
And it gets to understand more knowledge. So it's starting to put together its flowers. And then the more I work with it, or we call it training, the more I could start like not so much telling it, but helping it to understand. Like I prefer like big, robust, gorgeous flowers that have reds and pinks and dashes of yellow in it. So then it starts to understand that by the way I'm selecting things. So you could keep
Okay.
going
Now,
on and training it. So this time I trained it like for 80 times.
okay. So you trained it with how you want your artwork to render,
Yeah, to
or
render.
just
So
how it does it for you, or
for me,
does it do it for collectors as well? This how
no,
it will render for a collector, or this is
well,
just memorizing you?
this is just knowing me.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So
which is
now,
really, no,
sorry,
that,
I've got
no,
1,000 questions here. So can you take that image right there and sell that yourself?
I can. I can actually, you're absolutely right. I can basically, let's see,
Because that's beautiful. That's a beautiful
I
image.
know it is. I can upscale this. I can make it photorealistic. I could add more, resolution to it,
Okay.
and then it will download and I can manipulate it. And that's what I actually do with these. This is gorgeous. I have a
I mean,
similar
this is
one.
cool because I'm wondering, like, if I did my angel and it looked that good, and I liked it, and come out and I could actually, something that I could print on canvas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I use, what do I use? I use Contrato to print my digital artwork on canvas. I've done a bunch of tests and actually sold art that way, which is nice. But
And
yeah, you can do
what
that.
did you use? I'm sorry.
It's called Contrado, Contrado, which I like a lot. They could be a little quirky. They're out in the UK, but they do a gorgeous, gorgeous job of printing. And you know what? They're a delight. Like if anything goes wrong, I just send them an email or a text and they're like, you know what? We'll send you a new one if you don't like it.
Okay.
So I just like them. Um, so let's see. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing because I think I might have something else you might like more
Well,
than.
because I right now at this moment I'm investigating because
Good.
people have started asking to buy the angels,
Oh,
and
good.
I am not a, I'm never going to sit here and wrap a package and take it to the post office. And I mean, I've got Christmas presents sitting here for 10 years that my
Right.
kids know they just come and get their Christmas and birthday because I suck at mailing.
Right.
So I'm not going to get myself into that business where, oh, sure, I'll send you a print. No, that's not ever going to happen. So I'm
No.
investigating that part right now, is places to do it.
Yeah. I mean, what's great about Contrato is they'll ship all over the world.
Okay.
So, and actually, I'm not quite sure if they're 100% shipping or they call somebody here in the US that says, because I've gotten my packages more quicker than I anticipated. I anticipated like a month and a half, and I've been getting them in a couple of weeks. So
Okay.
actually, here, these, let's see, this piece, I love this piece. These are, and I'm not sure if you could see these, but these are printed by Contrato. So, and
Okay.
actually, these are play form too.
Okay. Awesome.
So,
Edges. So that's got a nice deep side. Okay.
yeah, it does. And what look like right on the back, my name and what the name of the piece of art is. Sorry, I'm not
Okay.
sure where the
Awesome.
camera is. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, so that worked out really well.
Cool. Now,
All right.
how much did that piece cost?
So they give an artist huge discount. So I
Okay.
think that piece was like, I don't know, it was maybe under $80. It's
Okay.
3 pieces. It's a triptych.
Okay.
So
So for all three, it was
yeah,
80.
yeah.
But, and that's because it was your artwork. So, but now, do they actually sell it there?
Yeah, yeah, I've had collectors come in and buy. So that's my discount. And when a collector comes in and buys, like my collectors have paid like 200, 300, or 150, 200, 300 and on up for
Okay.
art. Yeah. And they do a nice job of packaging it
And
and
how
shipping
much
it.
of that do you get?
Uh, let's see. I think I make out pretty good on the art sales. So I think I'm getting like better than, it's not 50%, it's more like 40%. So I don't have to do anything. I just upload the image
Okay.
and then it goes out. Oh, and the
Oh,
other great thing is you could do limited editions. So they will have a certificate. I don't know, it's up there, certificate of authenticity if you want
okay.
to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know Saatchi Art looks for that. So if you ever want to get involved with Saatchi Art
Spell
and you're
that.
doing Saatchi and Saatchi, how do I spell Saatchi Art?
I'm a little bit hard of hearing, so when you say a word that's totally foreign to me, I can read lips a lot of times, but
Oh, okay.
that word's totally foreign.
It is. It's Saatchi Art.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
My pen wouldn't work. SAT.
Oh, SAATCH TCHI
CHI. Okay.
art. Yep.
Art.
So yeah, take a look at how they work with artists, and at least to get you into more marketplaces. I got so caught up in the world of NFTs and helping
Right.
to create this whole Tez Town thing with Lily White and several other people that I I wanted to do that, but I feel a little bit overextended.
Okay. I gotcha. I got, well, I mean, this is making overextended for me because I'm like, no, I never intended to sell them. I mean, if somebody tells me they really something, I'll send them a digital file of it and
Yeah.
let them print it themselves.
Now
But
you
it's
don't
like,
have to worry about that. You
yeah,
say, if you want to buy something, here's you could even call it oh wait, you know what? I'll show you what mine looks like. Let's see, I'll go here. Let me see if I could.
so I am assuming, which is a big assume, that the market for NFTs is probably going to be, the demographic is young.
Oh, no.
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 Okay.
It's a really mixed, I thought so too, but it's a really mixed market. It's a really mixed demographic, which is so awesome. Here, can you see this? This is my store on
Okay, I see
Contrato.
your contrato. Yes.
Yep. So you can see things like here is the tripendicular. These are the metal pieces that I talked about.
Right.
And they're all like limited editions. And you can see it, I sell these for 120.
Okay.
There's 3 to the edition, or no. Yeah, 1 of 3. Yep. Includes certificate of authenticity. It even shows you like what does it look like on a wall.
Awesome.
It's really nice. And I make sure that they can't select, because I want to be able to control that part of it, like how it's coming and stuff like that. Like,
Okay.
yeah, so
And the size that it
the
is, and
size that it is.
you
Yeah.
didn't have 15 different sizes there.
Yeah, I don't want to do that because I want to be able to make sure I get a limited edition on this particular size. So this is 12 of 12. So, yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying it on Zazzle, because I've been on Zazzle for 100 years, but I put a piece and I made it 24 inches by 24 inches, and it will not make it anything but 12 by 12. And I priced
Oh,
it as 24 by 24. And I have been in there 15 times trying to adjust the size. And I don't know whether I don't know what it is. I don't have a clue what it is, because the digital file is plenty big enough to print at a 24 by 24. And so, I mean, I'm just pulling my hair out over there. And so this is good stuff for me to know as well. So I thank you
yeah.
for getting a little bit off track here.
That's okay. Yeah, I like it. Let's see. Let's go back. There might be something that
Lily White, that was a nickname of my mom's.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Huh. She's we call her the mother of Tez.
Her real name was Betty White.
Oh.
So yeah, but her had a nickname of Lil. I don't know. I don't know where that
Oh,
came from. Isn't that funny? I have no idea why they did that. But
that's
yeah,
interesting. Huh. Well, here's another
okay.
AI tool. It's called Wombo, and it's basically what we call like a word generating AI tool. So basically you give the AI words, and then it creates a piece of artwork based on your words. So we can actually try this out if you want.
Oh, I'll be in there playing with that forever.
I know you go down
I
this
may not.
like
I shouldn't. You shouldn't show me this.
yeah, but then you'll have fun. And you know what's great about this, Rebecca? When I use
Can't
this
undo it now.
well, right, you're gonna go down that rabbit hole. But what's really awesome about it is you could you could use them as backgrounds, or you could add to them. Like you're already proficient in Photoshop. You could generate this and then bring it into Photoshop and then work on top of it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So give me some prompts, some word prompts.
You need more, how many words? Do you need a bunch of
Well,
words?
actually, I only get 100 characters.
Well, I'm not going to give you 100.
Okay.
Grace would be one, always
Okay.
mine.
Okay.
And how many is good?
I need some more.
2 more at least.
Yeah.
Angel. Let's do Angel.
Make sure I spell it right. Angle or EL?
ANGEL.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, Grace, Angel. Spirit
Okay.
and love.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay. So let's pick out. So you have some selections of backgrounds or styles for it.
Okay.
So
And it's just there. You can't bring your own in, right?
not for this. I'll show you. Take you through kind of another AI. It's a little bit complicated, but
Okay.
it's becoming my new best friend AI.
Okay.
So which one would you like to use? There's a radioactive love. I think it's,
You can only use one.
yeah, you can only use one.
Let's do surreal.
Surreal. Okay. All right, let's give it a second. It's thinking. And I'll send this to you. Thinking. Ooh. Oh my God. Can you see that happening?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's really cool. Okay, I'm going to save this and then I'll send it to you.
Oh yeah, I must have that.
Let's see. Let me put this in.
So now, is that a phone app or is that just on a desktop?
Well,
Oh.
I've used it on my phone when I'm kind of stuck in places and I'm waiting for something. So I'm going to put your name on this so I can find it. Okay. But I prefer it on my desktop because it makes it more easier to get access to.
Yeah, I have a couple that I use on mine. What did I use? Grace, Angel.
Yeah, actually, it will actually come with the prompts on it.
And love. Well, that is just too cool.
Yep. It is, isn't it? All right, let's see.
I like the texture. The texture's even good.
The texture is good too. Okay, so let's see. We'll go back. We're almost finished. Okay.
I have a million questions always.
Okay. All right. That's good. Questions are good. Okay. So we did the AI generative art. So in this next section, what I did in this one is I outlined all the blockchain marketplaces that I like to use.
Okay.
So Tezos blockchain, I can't speak, I can't tell you how much I love object.com. Okay. So I would stick with that.
I get that.
Bear, right. I would just hold off on those. And if you want to experiment with something like Polygon, you could go directly to the Polygon blockchain. But my piece is on it called Flower Magic on ArtMine.
Okay.
So I'm sure you have questions about where your work can get displayed. So one of the places and one of the most exciting things that has happened, the Seattle NFT Museum opened up, and they have massive amounts of displays in the museum.
Okay. What did you say? Wait a minute. You said a what kind of museum?
It's an actual physical museum.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It's called the Seattle NFT Museum.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. And they have all these gigantic displays. The only unfortunate thing, and I actually submitted a proposal to them on, or I submitted a collection that I thought would be fun. Never heard back from them, but I think they're more geared for Ethereum, which is kind of disappointing. But there are other galleries, like the Women's Verse has their own gallery. They will either buy art for their gallery, or like I've donated pieces to them as well, and they're awesome.
Okay, so now, do they take animated as well as still?
Everything, everything. They take animated, they take music, they take GIF animations, they take glitch, they take, you name it, they take it.
Okay.
And I like them a lot because we don't partner with them, but we cooperatively work with them, and they have been supportive. Like Mariella Donardo, she is also a translator for our community, so they're just really great. Sandy is a really well-known collector. She's done a lot for our community. They're all really wonderful. Now, this is really interesting, and I wanted to show you this in case you know, have your collection all set up and you want to, you know, create your own gallery scene. You can actually use what we call on cyber. Oops. And on cyber, let me see if I could, I'm going to stop sharing and go to on cyber so I could show you what that looks like.
You can create your own gallery look.
Yeah. Here, let's see, I was gonna try and see if I could find the auction so you can see it. Let's see how the galleries here. Okay, I'm gonna open this one up so you can see it, and now I'll share. Okay, so here is what we call an on cyber gallery, and this was our auction gallery, and you can design it however you want. Like here we have the sort of futuristic looking interior. I said to the I said that I thought it feels more like a spaceship than a gallery, but it's very cool. And you have ways, like if you are in have used VR or have an Oculus, you can actually literally walk through this gallery with your headset on, and it's kind of cool. So we can enter this world, and it gets a little, this is the only thing that I don't like about it, it gets a little weird.
Yeah.
But what's great is if I could get it to turn properly. Oh, this is my piece that got auctioned off. So, you know, if you have music in your piece, you can actually, oops, you can actually, you know, make it play and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yep. See if I can move back. There we
Now,
go.
do pieces with music do better than pieces without?
It depends on the collector. Some collectors really love it and they like to, you know, some collectors are kind of shy. Whenever I write up my description, the AI music creator that I use, had I make it clear that in the terms of use, this AI creator said I could use it for any form of video whatsoever, but I cannot save it as an MP3 as a simple music file. They won't allow it. So
Okay.
some collectors get a little bit nervous because they think, you know, if it's not delineated or described in your description, then they feel there might be a copyright issue and they don't want it. So this is cool. This was the pieces that got auctioned off the other day.
I love that. I could sit there and watch that forever.
Thank you. So, and lots of fun
So
pieces.
Like, can you use GarageBand to create your own music?
If GarageBand gives you, I'm going to show you an AI creative, a music creator, because I don't know if GarageBand gives you the license for it. I'm not sure. So,
I believe so, because
okay.
you create your own music in there. You can attach a keyboard and do
Okay,
your
cool.
own music in there. It doesn't, it's not, you don't type 3 notes and it makes something else out of it. It doesn't
Okay.
work that way. You would actually have to write the music or compose the music
Oh,
yourself.
good. Then you won't have a problem.
Now, if you stole something from somebody else,
Then you have a problem.
then you have an issue. But yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, no, you'll be fine. Let's see. Okay, so these are all the tools that I use. Like again, like you, I use the Adobe Creative Cloud. This is a link to On Cyber, which is the gallery I showed you. Photomash, if you like to get into the glitch thing and you don't want to spend hours in Photoshop making glitch, it will automatically do it for you.
Okay.
Playform, you saw my studio on Playform, and you can have your studio there too. Copy AI, I do a tremendous amount of creative writing, so I use Copy AI for that to help me out. Here's eCreate
So
Music.
tell me what that does.
So
AI.
so it allows me, so I'll put in certain prompts. Like I was writing a press release for myself the other day, and I was really stuck on, like, when you write, like, at least for me, when I have to write something about myself, it's really hard. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
take my ideas or my thoughts and put it in to the copy AI, and then allow it to organically or freestyle what
Okay.
I think I want to say. And it's great because it does organize things and it brings its own little twist on in it. But it also allows me to select tone of voice that I want and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it's a good tool.
Okay.
There are other tools that you might like that are AI oriented, like Dream or Night Cafe. And then my new favorite AI tool is Google Collabs notebooks. So I started using that 2 weeks ago and just
And
fell in
what is
love
it?
with it.
Google Collabs? What?
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you it. These are all the people that I cherish, adore, trust.
Okay.
So each and every one of these people have helped me out. Kathy knows everything there is about Web3 and the metaverse. I get her newsletters on a regular basis. I just adore her. Ann Spelter is the one that opened my eyes to Tezos, to creating digital art for the blockchain. Ann is within our peer group. So let's see, Lily White, I mentioned, she has over 12,000 pieces of art in her collection. She is
Okay.
a
Awesome.
collector. She is the mother of Tez. She is the founder and visionary behind Tez Town. And Jennifer Chang, she's the CEO of Playform. I love using Playform as a platform. You might find it to be a lot of fun to use it too.
Uh-oh. I think you're going to get me in trouble.
Oh, good.
Good
But
trouble, but trouble.
and that brings us to the end of this. And I'll send you the presentation, and you could
Okay.
oops, here, I'll stop sharing. um you could use it. And what I'm going to show you, one last thing, is Google Collabs. Let's see, I feel like I've been talking all day.
Is that,
Oops.
does that mean collaborative or does that mean collabs?
Collabs. So there is a collaboration to it,
Okay.
but I am collaborating with somebody in our work on another piece that we're working on. But I also do my own too.
Okay.
I'm not going to run this. It could be a little bit buggy and sometimes it takes a lot of time, but I want to just show you. Let's see if I could go back to Zoom. Okay. Okay. So here you're going to see, it's Google Colab Research, google.com. So that's where you could go and sign up. I basically I loved it so much within the first like 48 hours, I bought my subscription. So I pay $10 a month to use this. And maybe we could try a quick little test. I'm always so nervous because I'm still like learning it. So basically it asks you to go through your setup, and I'm going to run anyways. In this, we're using a notebook called Disco Diffusion Discord. So I'm going to connect this to my Google account. And I'm going to allow it to do its thing. And see, sometimes it does take a long time since.
Okay.
Let's see, we'll close out the, oops. Sorry, I want to close out the code. But then here it tells you, we could do a diffusion model that is a square. And I don't change anything in this on these parameters. So I'm going to wait until the setup is done. And then this is where I assign it where I want it to go or name a folder.
Okay.
I tell it how many steps I want it to take. Wow, it's really slow. Then I'm going to tell it that I want it to be square. So I'll do 512 by 512. And how it's going to be guided. Oh, it didn't give me a check mark. Oh yeah, maybe it did. There we go. And then we're not going to use the input settings. So it will let you use your own artwork.
Okay.
And there are animation settings if you want to use those. Let's see, we'll call this another test. Wait, Rebecca. Okay, I'm only going to do like 100 steps if it lets me. I'm going to do, let's see, 512 by 512. Oops, I missed a 12. And okay, that one looked good. 512 by 12. Okay, we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so, oops. Oh, we'll go back to that. Okay. So I'm gonna, okay, so it took that information. I'm just gonna click on these. We're not gonna do animation, but I've got to click on them anyways. I'm gonna tell it we're not gonna do an animation, so I'm gonna put a hashtag in front of the 100. And now let's just we'll keep Ruskowski and Kincaid because they're so dramatic, but we'll change the color to something like green. And let's see, you said something about Angel. Give me a sentence. Tell me, like, what was it? Grace,
Angel,
Angel,
spirit,
love.
ANG.
Okay.
You've got me thinking. I'm a terrible speller.
Okay.
Let me go see how you spell angel.
Let's see. We'll put painterly.
Got me totally confused here.
Beautiful.
ANGEL. Okay.
I
want it to be angle.
I'm always doing that. But you know what? I think I am going to change it to Maxfield Parrish instead of Kincaid. So let's do Maxfield. Do you know his work?
Maxfield Parish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, and you know what? We'll do Parish Blue as the color scheme and see. We'll do Parish Blue. And we'll also add red. Red, oops, red color scheme. Okay, let's see what happens. So I'm going to save my prompt. Okay, and I'm going to close this so we don't have to look at it. Let's see. Oh, we're only going to do one. One, and we're going to see the first 10. We're going to see it as it starts to develop. Okay.
Okay.
So hopefully I did this right and I won't get an error. Oh, I'll close this awful thing out too, so we don't have to look at it. Oh,
So is this rendering right now?
It's yeah, it's starting. It's testing. It's prepping the model, and hopefully we'll get something. Oh,
okay.
oh, it's starting. Here we go. Oh, okay. Let's see what we get. It will. We'll have some. Oh, it's taking longer than I thought it would. I guess I gave it too many prompts. It's going to be about 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But we'll see it as it's rendering. So, and this is kind of cool when you see it coming to life like this. So yeah, I just learned this last week. Oh,
Oh my.
interesting. Yeah.
It looks like me already.
That's fun.
That's almost scary.
I'm just going to ignore this. For some reason, I get this error. So let's see, it has how many more? It has 3 minutes and 23 seconds left. And usually at this point, I'll go do something like, you know, go down the hall and check things out and
Tea.
have some tea. Yes.
So what do you do with this when it gets done?
So you could, the image will automatically save on my Google. Wow, that was a huge jump. I had no idea it was going to do that. It saves it to my Google Drive, and then I'm not quite sure. I did something funny the other day, and I did some prompts on. I wanted to work with the theme of an obelisk,
Okay.
so I did some prompts. I let it run, and then I realized that I had set it to 50 iterations, and it took like 6 hours. And
Oh,
luckily it was at night, so I just like let it run. And but it was, I couldn't believe how gorgeous the iterations were. Each one was really incredible. So
cool. So but you have the option of doing a video as well, or an animated piece,
so
or a still piece.
I know this is going to be still. I haven't tried the video yet. I haven't. I maybe this weekend. I have this. We're working on our grant for Town, so it's taking up a little more of my time than I thought.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna carve out some time to learn about like how do I use the video feature in this. So should be fun.
Cool.
Yeah. So you can build on this. So say this is like, okay, well, I got this. It's kind of interesting. You can keep this here and then go back and you could say I don't want any red in it. I want it to be all blue. I like like a figure in there that's smiling. I really want an angel, you know.
Okay.
So things like that you could play around with. But
Cool.
it always goes back. So there's like a whole workshop just on making these prompts here.
Prompts. Okay.
Yeah. So we have how many more? Oh, we only have 34 more seconds, 31. It's counting down. And it's fun. It's like, oh my God. Like, wow, what is it doing? Why is it thinking like that?
Yeah.
And the better you are at your prompts, the more it will give you.
Okay.
So where play form is like, show me what you want, and I'm going to give you back some stuff. But then if you don't like it, tell me what show me again. Oh, here we go. All right. So we have this really strange, interesting image. So, and the way you find your work is I usually go over here and I will see this for disco diffusion. Oh, wait, that's not mine. Whose is that? Oh, sorry. Oops. Where is my, should be in here. Oh, drive, sorry. It's on my drive. My drive. Okay, so let's see, it's in my AI file under Disco Diffusion, and the images will be in the out file. But I'll take you right to my drive so you can see. It took me a while to figure this one out, and actually I
Oh,
had to
okay.
get help. So this is what the image will look like, or does look like. So it needs a little more help or a little more prompts from us to make it more. And let's see, where are the, okay, here. My drive, my AI, Disco Diffusion, my images out. This is the, let's see.
Test with Rebecca.
Test with Rebecca, yeah. So it not only gives you the image, but it tells you everything that it did for you. It even shows you the prompts that you used.
Okay.
And then it tells you what it was doing, and which is kind of cool. I like that. Let's see, I'll
That's
show
cool.
you. Where is it? That's to an alternative universe. Oh, this is the one that I was
Oh,
playing
VP
around
with
with.
the 50. That's amazing.
Yeah, each one I thought was really incredible. So even on the detail and stuff like
Yeah.
that, it's amazing.
Yeah, they look really high res.
Yeah, yeah. And you could do upscale on these too if you want to. You could tell it that you need it to be, larger than 5. These are 5x5s, and 5x12 by 5x12. Did I do that right? 512 by 512.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it was interpreting the obelisk in a. It almost looks like I want to put it together. I'll probably do my own video, and then I think I'm going to bring it into Photomosh and see what happens. But I think I'm going to show a video of transitions and then take it into Photomosh and add the glitch to it. But it was a lot of fun. And let's see, my original piece, let's see, where's my first AI test was, I believe this is my first AI test.
Looks happy and Ukrainian.
Yeah, it does. It does. But then I told it that, okay, I like this, but I need that. I need something
Oh,
else.
okay. So you did it, repeated it 3 or 4 times.
Yep. Yep. So, but that that's basically it.
Cool. Cool.
So,
Cool. Um,
Oh, I
Well,
could
it
stop.
doesn't
I'm good.
seem as scary as it did before because I'm like, I have no idea what this is.
Great.
Um,
I'll stop recording.